Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm the Communications and Marketing Officer for Unlocking the Seven. So Unlocking the Seven is a conservation and river engagement project, and we're all about unlocking our fabulous River Severn for people and wildlife. We're particularly focused on an endangered species fish called the shad, and we want to restore this shad access to their historic spawning grounds. So through the work we're doing in putting in fish passes at big weirs on the River Severn and adapting a couple of weirs on the River Team, these plucky little fish are going to get back to their historic spawning grounds, and we hope that they will successfully repopulate the river again. We're inviting you to take part in our project by being a citizen scientist. So this little video is just very quickly going to show you how you can come and do that online by helping us to count shad. So starting off on the home page, I'm going to make myself smaller because it's more important that you see my screen. So let me put myself up there. This is our hub website for Unlocking the Seven. It's got loads of really cool stuff on there. If you haven't taken a look before, please come along, have a look, keep an eye out for events, find out about volunteering, all sorts of stuff. But if you're interested in joining us in the citizen science, you need to go to this part here and click on the link. So join our citizen science, help us count shad. If you're anywhere else on the website, not the home page, you've been having a read up, then go to get involved for volunteers and this first link here. Citizen Science Online Shad Counting. Okay, so the first page you're going to see is something that's really important that you have a proper look at by yourselves. Take your time when I'm not yabbering at you and have a look through this page. It gives you some important tips for how you can accurately submit data as part of our citizen science project. So what we are doing with our citizen scientists is we are asking you to help us count shad. And then we're using film footage that we've taken. Now the film footage is taken at the weir, the Upperload Weir in Tewkesbury. This is the last weir that the fish can actually successfully pass on the River Severn before they travel further upstream and get blocked by the next weir at Worcester, which is where our project activity putting in fish passes becomes really important. But we choose to count the fish at Tewkesbury because they're channeled over a notch in the weir, and it's a good place to kind of get a concentrated view on them. You'll see we put a plate over the notch. It's normally white in colour. It dirties up quite quickly, so sometimes it's a bit browner than that. And this is where we record the footage. It's also where our Riverside volunteers come and have a look out and count for the shad as well. So this is just an example clip, and I'll quickly play it now. You can come and look at this page and see it for yourself. Here they are, lovely shad swimming upstream. So at the bottom of the screen is downstream. The water is flowing from the top to the bottom, and the fish are going upstream to head for the parts of the river where they want to spawn. The other things you'll find on this page are an explanation video about how we only count the fish that go all the way to the top and beyond upstream. So they've successfully gone over the weir. If they do what this little fella does, and here he comes, come on shad, over he goes, yay, he's done it. Oh no, and he's gone. We wouldn't count that shad in our count of how many had got over the weir because he's come back down. If you don't see any shad at all, it doesn't matter. We still need that data. We still need you to confirm that that bit of video that you're watching for us has no shad crossing the weir. So please just put a 0 in and submit your data and have another go. And hopefully in the next couple of videos, you'll be more lucky and get some shad to see. And this page also has some tips on what to do if there are lots of shad in the video that you see, if you're really lucky and get loads at once. Read the text, have a little look and a play, but you can make the video screen big, full screen, and you can keep hitting pause and you can replay it and rewind it as much as you like. If you're very lucky, you might even see a few other fish. Not very often, but if you want to know what to look out for, then have a look at this video as well. And if you are not sure when you're counting and submitting your data, use the comments box and tell us if you're not sure, or if you see something else that you think we might like to know about. That would be great. So when you've read through the instructions, click to start counting shad. Just waiting for my internet to load. Hopefully yours is a little bit quicker. Okay, so this is where it's going to take you. And you've got two options here. You can either have a little go as a guest, or we'd love for you to log in. The reason we're asking people to register and log in is so that we can record the number of counts that you as an individual, the number of videos that you're watching for us, and really show you some love and appreciation for the effort that you're putting in. We do have a leaderboard, so when you register, put in a username so that you can get your name in lights on the leaderboard. If you want to have a little friendly competition with your family or your friends, absolutely get them involved. That would be great. Just remember that your username is going to be publicly seen on the leaderboard, so use a nickname, or you can have some fun with the name you choose. And then when you're all logged in, or if you just want to have a go as a guest, this is what you do. You'll get a 1-minute video clip like this one. You click play, and shall we just do it now? Let's just have a go, and you'll see how easy it is. So this board, you can see, is a lot dirtier than the one we saw before. And I've got a feeling that it must be a time when there aren't many shad around. I'm not feeling lucky for this count, but it's quite a nice, mindful thing to do. So even if you don't get any shad in your video, hopefully you'll enjoy just spending a minute, only a minute each video, just to focus on something and enjoy the water passing over the weir. So we're about, oh, now I think I lost concentration because I was talking to you, but if that happens to you, you just jump back a little bit in the video. I'm going to replay that bit because I think we did have one. There we go. Oh, blink and you'll miss it. It's coming just here. 1. When there's one shad, there's quite often some more. They do like to travel in a shoal if they can, so eagle eyes. Oh, did you see that second one? And I'm not even sure. If I was doing this without recording for you, I would go back and check the initial bit. This is either number 2 or number 3. Oh my goodness, we are lucky. I saw one there, which we'll say was 4 and 5. It's a great clip, and I thought we weren't going to have a lucky one. Nearing the end now. Brilliant. Okay, now if you got to this final frame of the video and there was a shad on screen, don't count it. The next person who picks up the video chunk that comes immediately after that will see the fish in frame and count them going upstream over the weir. So you can leave that one for them to count. And it's that simple. You enter the number you counted. I'm not going to enter it now because I would need to go back and check that very first one that I think that I saw. But it was either 4 or 5, something like that. And then you hit the submit button. And it's that simple. Once you've hit submit, you'll have 2 options. Watch another video. We'd love for you to watch as many videos as you want. We really value your contribution. So lean in and contribute lots of data for us, or just pop in and out when it takes your fancy and do a video or a couple of videos here and there. And you can also go and check out our leaderboard and see who's doing super well, who is the top citizen scientists, and maybe some of your friends and family are going to get involved as well. So I hope that's given you a little overview. The reason why it's so important that we have your help in counting the fish is that our project's all about bringing this endangered fish back into a healthy population on the River Severn. So we need to establish a baseline to understand that our project's having an impact. So we're counting the number of fish that passed this weir at Tewkesbury from data from 2019, and hopefully we'll have a bit of data we'll be able to use from the recent shad run, and unfortunately due to COVID, we weren't able to do things exactly as we would like. And the role of the citizen scientist is to help really make sure our data is very valid and very accurate. We can currently estimate the number of shad passing this point by two main methods, really. One is we do have some super volunteers who come and stand at the riverbank, and for a sample of time they will stand and count the fish, and we put those numbers based on the samples that they've given us and put it into quite a complicated mathematical model to get a total number for the run. And we also have some automatic counting. So underneath this plate here is a resistivity counter, and that does some quite clever stuff. It measures the electrical resistance in the water and the change in that when a fish is passing over the board. But neither of those are really as accurate as asking you to look with the film that you can pause, that you can replay, that you can, you know, really put your attention to in 1 minute chunks to give us a validated count. And it's particularly important for peak times when we know there are a lot of shad running. And whether you're at the riverbank looking and trying to desperately count as they all swim past, or whether you're taking data from the resistivity counter that find it quite hard to give an accurate count when lots of fish move at the same time, that's where our citizen scientists are really coming in to provide us the super accurate and the very validated data. So get involved as much or as little as you fancy. Get your friends and family involved if you want to. We really appreciate your help. It's a very important project. Re-establishing connectivity for wildlife, for fish on this river, has a benefit for the whole river ecosystem, and you can play your part. So thanks very much. Get counting shad.